Lisa Polgar from Last Bastion, sponsored by Fight Division, here with, well, that's distracting.
No, I know, but I like your programme, you're doing all right with that.
Oh, thank you very much, I appreciate that.
I even follow you on Instagram.
Oh, buzzing.
I love that fight.
Do you know?
Brilliant. Superb.
No, I don't think, no, oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, hello. Oh, good to see you.
I don't married, so
oh, do you know what? Now you've said it, I'm like, oh, actually, yeah, I can't say that.
She's Liam's dad.
Yeah, now you said it, I'm like, actually, yeah.
Stop looking, I'm married.
Do you know what? When he said it, actually, I can see it in his face.
And Liam's granddad, who's died dead now, but it looked exactly the same as well.
Oh my God, well, as soon as you said it, I was like, see it in the nose and the eyes, 100%. We'll go again. What's happening, guys? Lisa Polgar from Last Bastion, sponsored by Fight Division, here with Lisa Smith from Bad Company. So there's loads that I want to talk to you about, but the first one is obviously your boys just fought. So talk to us, are you happy with the performance? Obviously he's got the win.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy with his performance. We knew Liam was good. We didn't underestimate him at all, and we knew Finlay had to put out something really. He had to really outthink him. He had to really be clever about it because he's strong. He is technical as well.
Yes.
So he had to pull something special out of the bag.
Yeah, so we're stood ringside, obviously, we can see the fights, we can hear, obviously, Liam in the corners as well. One of the first things Liam said in the first round was he put him in his place. So he was like, yes, and he was like shouting, it's like, because I think there was like a kind of, you need to make that statement early on. So was that part of the plan again, like to go in and say, you know, I know you're technical, I know you've got the power, but here's my statement too.
Yeah, because everyone knows Finlay. Finlay's a really, really nice kid.
Yes.
And he's, I don't know. And I think we've said, no, actually, you've got to make a statement. You've got to go in there, not back off, not back down, not let them get confidence over you.
Yeah.
And that's what he's done this year. He's had some fantastic performances this year, and that's what he started to do. He started to not kind of go, oh right, they've hit me, so I'm just gonna like move around.
Nice,
he's just gone and stood up and said, yeah, bring it on, bring it on.
Bring it on, absolutely, I love that. So yeah, talking about is like saying that he's such a nice guy as well, which is so true. Obviously, we speak to him off camera all the time, but like the whole family, I said this to you last time we spoke, I love the family vibe we use. So when I'm watching you on Instagram, and it was the birthday recently, whose birthday was it? And they were, yes, and his brother put a video on, and they dancing, and he's put all the funniest videos on, and like all the embarrassing ones, and they have such a good laugh with each other. Or you put on holiday, they're fighting in the pool and stuff, and it's great to see that family vibe. But also, again, there is that line there where you think he's such a nice lad, and you're all so lovely. You don't want to misinterpret that, and you don't want to confuse that in the ring. So I think what he's done tonight and just come out and been like, I'm a nice guy, but I'm also an animal. Like he's just absolutely ticked that box. So talk to us family-wise then. Obviously, you a family full of fighters, family full of trainers. I asked you this last time, like, does that get to you? So obviously, you've just said to me off camera, before the fight, you do feel those nerves, so you try and just remove yourself.
Yeah, it's been a work in progress, and probably still is. I think we are better now than we were years ago, and I think any family where they've got trainers as parents and kids, you've got to find a way it works for you. And definitely with both of them, really. I get nervous as a mum,
of course,
and I have to, so I take myself away. So Richard warms them up, Richard does all that bit, I'll kind of come in a little bit, and I don't want to put my natural mum nerves onto them. But then it's weird, because as soon as I get in the and then I step in when I'm in the corner, and in the corner I then just switch onto coach mode. And I find that it's really weird to switch. I literally sit down by ringside, and then I'm coach, and I change. So that's why they still have me in the corner. If I was doing mumming in the corner, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, you definitely couldn't mum in the corner, it wouldn't work. Do you know what though? I think that mirrors within the fighters as well, because sometimes you'll see some of the fighters and they like come out and they'll openly say that they're nervous and stuff, but then as soon as they get in the ring, it switches. So it must just be like that athlete coach thing where once you're in play, then you are able to sort of
It's knowing your fighters, it's knowing what they need, and some people need you to be around them all the time. And some people need someone around them all the time. Other people want to be left alone. Like Finlay yesterday was left, he was in the hotel room. I went shopping in London because I was like, do you need me? He was like, no, rather you're not. And he's out with Joe and Amber, and then that was it. And it's like, it is that whole thing of knowing being what they need you to be.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've just mentioned Amber, so I want to touch on that a little bit, because we've had a bit of controversy already. the fight's not going ahead. We're gutted, absolutely gutted, because obviously she's been in Thailand for so long. She had to get permission from the One Championship, like the amount she's put into it, and then the opponent's coming overweight. Just talk to us a little bit, for those who don't know what's happened today.
Well, go to my Instagram, it's on there. But they, it's basically Amber's done. They asked us last week if it could be moved from 57 to 58 kilos, which we agreed.
Allowed,
which we allowed, and Amber easily made. She was like 57.4, absolutely easily. And then they came in and they just rocked up at 60.6, and it's like. But then, do you know what annoyed me the most? Is that they didn't even seemed to think that was a problem, and they were like, oh, we're sorry, but it is as it is. And we were saying, no, you've got 2 hours to make the weight. So then they went after a complaint.
Did she come back heavier?
So she came back 0.1 lighter. And this, you know what they were saying though as well? They were saying, oh, well, she's older now, so she can't make the weight. She used to fight at 54, and it's like, well, I used to fight at 48. Can I go and fight someone at 48 now and just lean all over them?
Agreed to the weight.
So we said, right, come back. Anything under 59, so we'd put an extra kilo on. Anything under 59.
After the already increased. From the,
So and like I said, they came back at 60.5. So at that point they were making every excuse in the book. Again, saying, oh, well, she's a 54 to 57 kilo fighter. It's like, well, weigh in at that. I was like, I lost the plot.
There's no messing with you. It's just to the point. You're like, well, weigh in at that. I love it.
She said I was rude because I basically said, right, you know.
Direct. We're direct. We like it. We need that in the game.
Direct. And you know what? I'm upset for Amber. Amber has worked her absolute backside off of this. She's made weight professionally. She has paid a nutritionist to do that. She has had physio. She's had some injuries and things like that. And she's spent on physio, making sure she gets in the right shape and herself physically fit for this fight. So when someone rocks up at 60 odd kilos, basically chancing it and thinking, oh, well, they'll take it anyway. No, it's like
you're angry on Amber's behalf.
Yeah, and we actually said, well, come in today at minus. We gave it till minus 63, and she weighed in at 64. And I'm like, at that point,
what can you do? What more?
Yeah. So that's then. Like Amber's still 60. And then you see the difference. It's like her style is you walk forward, she walks through stuff. She's fought loads of people, she walks through stuff. It's like, no.
It's not right.
And do you know what? It's not even. I still think Amber would have beaten her. But I'm not doing it on principle that they're taking the.
Yeah, of course. And it's one of them as well, like, it's opening the floodgates to others as well, because if you do let the fight go ahead, and then, you know, it kind of. What's the point in the weight classes then if we're not going to stick to them?
It's my pet bugbear, people turning up at a weight that they, and there's gyms do it, and their fighters continually come in overweight based on the kind of idea that you'll take it anyway because your fighter's prepared. And this time and from there, we're just saying no. You either weigh in professionally, you don't fight our fighters.
I love it. No messing with bad company. We like it. So talk to us again. The last time we spoke, you were talking about like doing your own governing bodies and like being able to have your own control and cutting out the politics and all that sort of thing. Where are you up to with that? How's that going?
Well, to be honest, me and Richard have never ever wanted to do that. At all. It's been we just like having our gym and having our fighters, and I will say that. And that's the nice thing. We've got this there's MTGB, which is Muay Thai GB. And the good thing is about that is that everyone feels the same. We've all got gyms.
I remember you saying that last time.
And but if we don't do it, no one will. Or if we don't do it, people who we don't want to do it will. The biggest danger in this country is some people who are frankly just like a weird cultish control freaks getting power in getting sport council recognition, and then they will dictate. Other countries have it. You saw it in Spain with John Gallagher. They will. We had it in when we went to the WBCs in Italy. The same organisation was trying to stop that. They'd already got them to move the venue. I don't think people in this country realise the very real danger that if someone who is if an organisation who are
right intention.
haven't got the right intention, get Sport Council recognition, then it's a day. Everyone's promotions are buggered basically.
Buggered, I like it. Yeah, it's very true though, and like you say, like we've had this conversation on and off camera a few times. You need people, so like Liam, like what Liam's doing now, like people with pure passion for the sport who are doing it for the right reasons. They're not trying to, there's no politics involved. It's going back to like the basics of Muay Thai, the community and the family behind it, and the actual right reasons for it.
And it's also kind of the grassroots. Yeah, you can say, people say, oh yeah, Sport Council recognition. Of course we want that.
Yeah.
But we want that money to go to the gyms. We want that money to go to grassroots people. In the right places. We don't want to go into some flipping president who's like, putting himself on 240 grand a year or something like that. Absolutely. And then just sharing it out between them and then just going, we've got Sport Council recognition. Everyone celebrate. And then none of the gyms are seeing a penny of that. And actually, their income streams are being hit. Yeah. So it's people have got to get that through their heads and get on board joining together. No, like I said, we've got AGM in January. If you don't like us, join and vote us out. Do it yourself. That is literally that transparent. If we said when we start, Craig Jose has been online, and he said when we started it, we said we'd have an AGM. January 2024, that is still happening. So join, and like I say, if you want to do it yourself, you can do better. Go for it.
Another no nonsense comment from you there. I love it, but it is right, and you've definitely got like the right mindset and the right intention. So bringing us back to tonight, you've still got fighters on. So we've still got, obviously the situation with Amber hasn't gone to plan. Your boys just won. Joe, let's talk about Joe. How are you feeling for him?
Joe. I'm confident for Joe. Wakeland's a good fighter. It's a big fight. It's a good fighter. It's one of those where we're like Finlay and Liam. Yeah. It's whoever's going to bring it out, really. Yeah. It's whoever's going to bring it. And Joe's had a really good training camp. Yes. Yeah. He's in the best shape I've seen him. So we'll see. Joe is an amazing fighter who has shot himself up in the foot a few times with his prep. But this time his prep's been really good.
Do you know what? I was just going to comment on that. So, like, obviously following his journey and chatting to him on socials and stuff, it seems like this time he's done a much safer, like slow burn, consistent, like weight cut rather than like the last minute sort of ones that he's done before. And he looks great for it. Yeah. It's like on all his pictures, and he's done like a really good job on his socials of keeping you up to date every week. So he's been like 6 weeks out, 5 weeks out, 4 weeks out, and you can see the change on him. So what do you think it was after the last time? So obviously the last fight, if you guys didn't catch it, definitely make sure you YouTube that. It was unbelievable, but it was like something out of a film, wasn't it? Yeah. So he got dropped twice and then he ended up getting the win. Do you think the shock of the last fight for him, even though he got the win, it was a very tough camp, do you think that's what switched him this time to be like, I'm on it?
Yeah, I think it's helped. It's like because that's the first thing when people do stupid weight cuts. Yeah. The first thing that's weak is the body. The body can't take it, and I think that's why Joe took those body shots so harsh the last time. And yeah, he's just been he wants it. He just wants it.
He feels like he took it much more seriously with the weight behind it and everything. It feels like.
He's used Pete as well, condition nutrition, and Pete's really good. And he's another thing, because Pete is good, he's actually quite enjoyed the food that he's been given as well. I'm not advertising Pete, but I am advertising Pete absolutely. Because he's really like enjoyed his food. He's not felt starving all the time. He's done it a really, really sensible way, and seeing that he can do it that way, it's given him kind of more energy and more enthusiasm. And he's really playful, Joe. When Joe's having fun, he's just a Doylan, really. He's just bouncing around the gym and he's like that. He's been like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And he does such a good job as well of like portraying that. Like when you see him on and off camera, like he is definitely the same guy. Like with the guitar in the gym and stuff. That's another thing that I love. Like you just have such a good laugh between you, and then it's lovely to come to a show and see everyone together. Like it's amazing. Listen, thank you. Yeah, do you know what? He did so we FaceTimed a couple of times and he did like a carpool karaoke from it and he sang Frank Sinatra. I'm not joking, I actually want to do a carpool karaoke with Joe. He's got quite a good voice.
No, he hasn't. That's the thing, she's been
Sinatra one was good.
No, he's not. What he does, he starts off and you think, oh, he sounds good, but you realise all he's doing is delivering it with ultimate confidence and just getting louder. That's all he does, he gets louder.
Do you know what? Now you said it.
So he starts off really quiet. quiet, and you think, oh, and then it just gets louder.
Do you know what? Now you've said it, that is exactly what he did to me. I was on the phone and I was talking about, because I play guitar, Joe plays guitar. I was like, oh, we'll have to jam together. And he's like, I'm a dead good singer. I was like, go on then, show me something. And then he delivered with such confidence. I was like, that's brilliant.
He duped you.
But maybe it is just the confidence. It's not actually the talent, like, of the voice.
Listen to the tune, and there's no tune there. It's one note. Repeat, just raise, just go louder.
You've been exposed, Joe. You've been exposed. We will be listening. Lisa, listen, thank you so much for chatting to us. I will hopefully catch you again after Joe's fight so we can talk about what's happened. But congratulations, obviously, for the win so far. And hopefully we'll catch you after Joe. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
Here we go.